Hey there, Tom here. Welcome back to the third channel. Today we're doing another Radio Zone. This episode was going to be all about the Archers, but I realised I know a lot about the Archers, but I want to save the Archers for probably the ones I've got to listen to the one to talk about. But today we're talking about the only radio panel shows. These are panel shows that are for radio. So let's name a few. Just a Minute, Unbelievable Truth, Listomania, the Museum of Curiosity, Act Your Age. I'm trying to think of this now. The News Quiz. No, they're it that I can think of off the top of my head. But if we look at BBC Sound, because the BBC are the ones that do 99% of radio panel shows that are in the public eye, shall we say. So let's work out. Let's name more than what I named. So let's go to panel shows. We've got the News Quiz, Just a Minute, Unbelievable Truth, The Good, the Bad, and the Unexpected, Museum of Curiosity, Infinite Monkey Cage, It's Not What You Know, Natural Table, Breaking the News, The Blame Game, The Right Stuff, The Motion Show, All the Way from MEMPHIS, So Wrong It's Right, The Birthday Cake Game, Elephant in the Room, name one more, and it is, I think, the last one, Great Unanswered Questions. There we go. So, why am I talking about radio panel shows? Because they are panel shows that are on the radio that are absolutely amazing. Now, sorry about that error. Now, what we're talking about is panel shows, because they are a genre on TV that are rather popular, but on audio, in the radio world, they are very popular, but not as popular. Now, radio panel shows, sort of like Unbelievable Truth, is probably the only radio panel show that a TV adaptation, but not in the UK. Now, Just a Minute's had two different TV adaptations, but the Unbelievable Truth, hosted by David Mitchell, was then bought by Australia for the rights. So Australia made a TV version of Unbelievable Truth, not hosted by David Mitchell. Now, why do I love radio panel shows? Well, it's because they're funny. They are entertaining, and all the rounds are more geared towards audio. So there's, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a Chris McLaughlin one. So he's a blind comedian, right? And obviously, he's fantastic, but a lot of panel shows he goes on aren't really to his strength. Which isn't his fault, because he's a blind comedian, if you didn't know. It's not his fault. And then you watch Jamie McDonald, who's another blind comedian. When you watch Monkey Eye, and you just feel sorry. You just feel like really, like, something's not right, because they're on it, but they don't seem to be enjoying it as much as the others, because it's not really good ones. But Chris McLaughlin now has his own panel show on the radio, where he uses sound to the guests have to guess the question with the sound rather than videos and visuals. It's all sound based, which is A, right up his street, 2, hilarious, and 3, a perfect format, because it teaches people what it's like to be blind, which is the whole reason why he wanted to make it as well. But radio panel shows have made a thing for years, and Listomania, hosted by Susan Calman for BBC Radio 2, was hilarious because all questions were list based. And Act Your Age, which is like different generations of comedians battling against to find out who the real good generation is. John Richardson was the team captain for the up and comers. Lucy Porter was a team captain for the current crop, and then for the old guard, I can't remember the permanent team captain, but Barry Cryer was on it quite a lot, and that was hosted by Simon Mayo. So I do think radio panel shows aren't going to go anywhere anytime soon. Nowadays they're all on Radio 4, but at one point or another they're all scattered across the BBC's radio site. But now all radio panel shows, sitcoms, comedies, dramas, soaps, you name it, it's on Radio 4 and repeated on Radio 4 Extra. So, there you have it. That is me talking about panel shows on Radio Zone. See you next time. Remember, yep, just remember, always listen to the radio. Time to act. Ow, I hurt myself again. I filmed a Tom's Back to the Day and hurt myself. Time to act. Bye.